In the ultra-competitive arena that is professional sports, there's a remarkable story unfolding here, a most unlikely location, and rock-solid reasons why you and I should never, ever think that a new competitor is going to be a pushover. Sun Tzu first wrote about this in The Art of War back in 500 BC. Never underestimate your opponent. Kind of like the way the Soviet powerhouse did in 1980 with the U.S. Olympic team, the Miracle on Ice at Lake Placid. Hey, in the business world, this has been happening for decades and centuries. Marconi invents radio waves, but the telegram guys think this is going to be easy, no threat here. That's how the post office viewed FedEx. That's exactly how Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Sears looked at Amazon for many, many years. It was going to be so easy, like swatting away an annoying mosquito. But just ask the other 30 established franchises that make up the National Hockey League, especially the ones who aren't going to make the playoffs, like Montreal, Vancouver, Ottawa, Buffalo. Ask them how they feel about a first-year club that is rewriting the record books for expansion teams everywhere, not just in pro hockey, but all of professional sports. The Vegas Golden Knights won 8 out of their first 9 games. They've never looked back here in Sin City. It's quite remarkable when you consider, just like any other expansion team in any sport, the Golden Knights are like a Frankenstein monster of spare parts, cast-offs, rejects. Their roster is filled with the guys that nobody else wanted, and yet under head coach Gerard Gallant, they have basically been leading wire to wire, and they've done it even though they're flying in the face of conventional wisdom, which says most expansion teams aren't supposed to be instant contenders. They're supposed to be years of struggle, years of building and even rebuilding before they finally found their way. That's not the case here in Vegas. So why are the Vegas Golden Knights red hot and rolling here in the Nevada desert? Why is the merchandise literally flying off the shelves? Well, there's a couple of reasons. There's that team-first approach implemented by head coach Gerard Gallant. Anyone who's followed Gerard's career since he was coaching the Summerside Western Caps in that 1997 Royal Bank Cup, a Memorial Cup with St. John Sea Dogs, in addition to his NHL stints, no one's surprised that his work ethic has carried over to his expansion team roster. But also, I think there's something to be said for the fact that a lot of teams in the NHL, whether they care to admit it or not, kind of took it easy, kind of took the night off, took the Golden Knights a little bit lightly, and now they're paying for it supremely. But I think the real lesson here for anyone in sports or in business or in any sort of competitive arena is this. When you underestimate your competition, 3 things happen. Leads to complacency, it shows a lack of respect, and it also reinforces blind spots and elitism. It warps your perspective. It leaves you feeling superior and arrogant and forgetting the fact that, hey, there are other people in the universe out there willing to work just as hard as you do. Nothing else, the Vegas Golden Knights are proof positive that it's vital to maintain a healthy level of respect for anyone you compete against, regardless of how long they've been around. And when that happens, I think there's 3 things that kick into gear. Number 1, keeps you alert, keeps you sharp, keeps you on your toes. Number 2, it allows you to maneuver quickly, turn on a dime in the face of change. And number 3, keeps you humble and open to learning. If there's a payoff point to be made, if you want to improve your Vegas odds of success in business and life, consider this. Always assume that your opponent is at the top of their game, and that keeps you always at the top of your game. Only a fool would underestimate an opponent with nothing to lose, and let's face it, the Vegas Golden Knights have been playing with house money since the day they entered the National Hockey League, and now they're laughing all the way to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Reinvention means asking different questions, searching in different places, and finding new ways to go top shelf and score the goals that matter most to you. As always, thanks for watching, sharing, and daring to reinvent the business, the brand, and the career that you deserve.